This video covers the sanding of the fins after we had applied the sanding sealer to it. I forgot to mention that when you make the fins with the music wires in them, just find a piece of foam or a piece of cardboard and you can just shove them in there like that, and that way they'll dry easily standing up. You don't have to lean them against anything. That's usually how I do it. The fins are dry, so our next step is to sand. And this stuff sands really easy. It's like chalk. So I would recommend a particle mask when you're doing this because dust is going to go everywhere. So I'll wear one and hopefully you can hear me and I'm not too muffled. When I do the edges, I'll use a sanding block. But when I do the surface, I'm going to use just a flat piece of sandpaper because it never conforms 100% to the surface. And I just have just like a medium grit sandpaper here. Run your finger along it to make sure it's nice and smooth. I found also that if you take a piece of body tube and you can wrap the sandpaper around it, you can get into those curves really nice, and you can apply a lot of pressure and make sanding go a lot faster. And then I do the surface. You can see that it does create a lot of dust. Alright, that looks pretty good. Well, you can see it's I don't know if you can tell this, but I'm looking at it and you can see kind of a color difference. Here it's a little darker, here it's whiter. Here I'm getting close, I'm getting really thin, so I'm starting to see the wood through it, where this part is thicker, so it tells me I need to sand there a little bit more. I want a nice uniform color all the way across the whole surface. Okay. I like that a lot better. So then I'm going to take that and wipe it off with a paper towel. Get all the loose dust off. And at this point, I can go ahead and paint it. Oh, I forgot to do that edge too. That edge, again, just use the sanding block. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now to paint these, what I do, I haven't done the other side, but when you do the other side, take a piece of cardboard like this, and just take some masking tape and put some masking tape strips with the sticky side up, and then to keep it down on the board, just lay some strips of masking tape on the edges, and that will allow you to take the fin and just press it on the board like that, and then it won't blow away on you. And then you can take your sandable primer and you can go outside and do this. I'm not going to do this indoors, but then you can spray it, and by putting it on cardboard you can keep the can vertical, because as soon as you start tilting the can, it doesn't spray well, and you know that. So you got to keep the can vertical so that when you spray it comes out nicely. And you can do the edges, you know, don't forget the edges, this edge and that edge. And then when you're done, it'll look like that. So I've already done this one through the magic of video. And when you do one side, then flip it over, do the other side, and you'll have a nice clean spot on the masking tape where you can just press it down again, so you don't even have to replace your masking tape. So that's my technique. That's my secret technique of spraying fins. And then we're going to sand again. But now you can see, I don't know if you can see this, how clear you can see this. But the surface is really smooth. My only blemish is right here. So I would probably hit that a second time with paint to fill in that last little gap right there. But overall, I'm pretty happy. So one final sanding. And then the fin is ready to be the next step of the fin. For this particular rocket, it's putting on the gingerbread decoration around the perimeter, and I'll show you that in a future video. So I'm going to continue sanding, and my name is Tim Van Milligan. This is the Apogee Rocketry Workshop, and this is the Flying Machine rocket, and I think you're going to enjoy it.